everyone. I'm Erin Hale. I'm the program manager at Bremerton Foodline. Thank you for being here. So we just changed our mission. We've really been bringing in a lot more resources beyond food, because we know food insecurity is just the tip of the iceberg of need. There are so many other things going on at home. We don't want to just be a Band-Aid. We want to create some lasting help solutions for ongoing problems. So we serve as a bridge for our neighbors and partners, reducing food insecurity and lifting up our community. So just a little fun history. The very first food bank was established in Phoenix, Arizona in 1967 of all places. Of course you had bread lines, of course you had soup kitchens. But after a conversation that John Van Hagel had with a woman about why she was digging in the dumpster, and the fact that she said, well, there's perfectly good food in here, it kind of created an epiphany. And he realized, well, we need to actually rescue that food and make sure that it's going to places of need. So that concept moved to Seattle in 1969 when 87,000 people lost their jobs between 1969 and 71, when the Boeing bust occurred. So if you consider the size of Bremerton proper, we're 46,000. So if that just kind of creates a visual of how impactful that would be on a community. These neighborhood pantries kind of popped up all over the place. And the very first woman governor of our state, Dixie Lee Ray, she reduced liability on grocery stores so that unsold product could actually go to places of need. And we are deeply dependent upon that system today. We worked with an amazing organization called Cascadia Produce across the water. And they essentially swoop in when Safeway rejects an entire pallet of food because the corn's not straight enough. It's 10 minutes late. There's just one bad cucumber. They will go through it and make sure that all the stuff is good, and then they have an incredible network of need that they call out to. Hey, I've got this incredible product. Who wants it? And they'll sell it to us for pennies on the dollar, just to cover their admin and travel fees. So we're able, anytime anyone donates to us financially, we're able to stretch that dollar so much further through that system. Bremerton Foodline was founded in 1980. We moved into our current warehouse in 2000. It used to be a Coke bottling and distribution space. We shared this space with multiple organizations, and slowly but surely, as the need grew, we took over the entire space. We have 3 large garage bays, which means we're able to receive huge truckloads full of food. So we receive it from across the country, from the county, the state, and we're able to then redistribute it to our partners. So I'll get to that. We officially adopted the self-select grocery model in 2015. And before that, it was just, here's a box of food, whether you like it or not. Mainly non-perishables, which during the 80s and 90s, it was just non-perishables. It wasn't until 2017 that our own Kitsap Conservation District, which was founded in the 40s, to support farmers. Right now, they act as a support for community gardens, for anyone who wants to ensure that there is local food grown in as many places as possible. They also act as a conservation district, obviously in the name, where they will protect land and purchase farmland if necessary. But they also provide us with starts and seeds and everything that we need. We just installed a community garden just this year, and it's been really beautiful. We just harvested 66 heads of lettuce. Our sugar snap pea harvest was a little on the pathetic side, but it's all an experiment, right? Do we have other gardeners in the? Sure. Okay. Thank you for answering. So we renovated our space. It was just this dank kind of warehouse space. We remodeled it so that instead of people just standing there watching others shop, we now have a lobby. We can now welcome people to sit down, apply for additional programs if they need. We have resources surrounding in paper form, digital form, as well as case managers that will be there. Right now we have an adult services librarian from the Kitsap Regional Library to provide not only free books, but tech support, a little hand-holding if anyone needs through resumes or any sort of online applications. You know, a lot of people suffer from dyslexia and have a really hard time with anxiety as well, and that can be a barrier to applying for additional resources. We were just recognized, going back to the warehouse space in 2025, as the centralized redistribution hub for all of Kitsap County and North Mason. We were doing the work for 20 years, but now that we're officially recognized, we can apply for additional funding that we can share with our entire community. So this is what the centralized distribution model looks like. It's kind of insane if we don't have that. And through resource sharing in our community, we're able to not only cut down on our costs, we're welcoming other organizations to cut down on their costs, because I think we have the additional slide. Yes, this is what it would look like if we didn't offer that model. So by working together and being collaborative, we're able to create a lot more reduction in fuel, especially with the costs now. So we'll repalletize things. They'll let us know what we need, what they need. We get large donations from, let's say, Food Lifeline. We've received so many potatoes, I can even tell you presently. And so being able to share that with not just our partners, but with meal programs, we can feed as many people as possible. So we're also very passionate, obviously, you know, the whole food bank started from a food waste reduction model, right? Keeping perfectly good food out of landfill. Well, we continue that through, you know, resource sharing. As we receive food from Cascadia Produce, as I said, they pick up the rejected pallets. Northwest Harvest works directly with farmers, and any unsold product there goes directly to food banks and places of need. And Food Lifeline provides kind of the grocery rescue model, where we can then go directly to Safeway, to Trader Joe's, to any of these spaces, and bring that that product that's nearing, you know, the expiration date, which is actually the sell-by date. Things are good beyond that point. And we're able to get it out immediately to our clients. From there, not only do we share, as I said, with additional meal programs and our partners, we are able to take any kind of seconds or any product that even our clients won't take that's still good for soups, get it to the Kitsap Community Resources Kitchen, where they make the Meals on Wheels meals, and as well as make soups, package it, freeze it, and we get it back in our freezers so that we can prolong the life of that food item. We also work with local farmers, and so we've been feeding this woman's pigs for a couple of years now, and unfortunately she's getting out of the pig situation, so we are on the search for any farmers. So if you know anybody, please let me know. And we are also, with our community garden, we are also about to install a 250-gallon worm composting situation. So I'm excited for that. And then, of course, any approved recyclable materials will go recycling. We have a lot of plastic wrap that wraps our pallets and all sorts of things. It's a horrendous amount. We're able to consolidate that, get it to a partner that then turns it into building blocks. And then the last resort is landfill. And I'm proud that as an organization, we actually have a pretty small can. So the programs and services that we offer are vast and seem to be growing. We offer a mail program for anyone that might be in transitional housing, out of a DV situation. You have to have a physical address in order to even apply for a library card. So it's really important to be able to provide that. The only drawback, we don't have the space to be able to accept packages. So unfortunately, if the Kitsap Mental Health were sending medications, unfortunately, we don't have the space for that. The full service grocery, you can shop once a week. We're here to support 50% of the grocery needs. And that being said, if someone is carrying absolutely everything that they own on their back, we'll welcome them to visit more times than just the once a week. We are open Sunday through Wednesday, 11 to 6. As I was talking about case management, we offer, we have a pretty robust program bringing in PCHS, Peninsula Community Health Services through their mobile dental and medical units. DSHS also has a mobile unit that comes on site, as well as, and I'll show you, I have a slide of all the partners, so I won't list everybody, but we have weekly commodities. That's a federal program that is currently only funded through July of 2027, and we'll find out what happens after that. It is kind of the basis, the foundation of all of our shelf-stable product. Also, when you hear about FEMA emergencies, Red Cross, that is the product that also goes to those spaces. So if that program goes away, a lot of people are going to be suffering. Blossom Project is a project where with your EBT, you can't purchase menstruation products, formula, diapers, and wipes. So we have a counter with a separate grants that we apply for to ensure that all that product is readily available. There are certain sizes that we fly through, but we do our best to keep everything on hand. We have a program called Senior Commodities. That's also a federal program where CSFP provides monthly commodities for seniors once a month in addition to their weekly shopping. We work with external agencies such as KidVantage. They have a warehouse of gently used and new items for families with kids up to age 5 years, 11 months. So things that are cost prohibitive, such as car seats, strollers, that sort of thing. They also provide diapers, wipes, clothes that are seasonally appropriate, shoes, underwear. It's an amazing organization. And then we have those things, we pick up those items and then have them for our clients on site. My favorite program is Cake for Kids. We have we partner with incredible bakers in the community that volunteer their time. People that are really obsessed with Pinterest and Instagram images of cakes, and they're practicing their skills. It's really incredible. But they will bake a cake to theme for anyone up to age 24 that's celebrating any celebration. In fact, there was a cake for an 18-year-old, and it was a goth theme. It was awesome. There was a raven on the top with black roses. It was very cool. Groceries on the Go is one of our newer programs. We will deliver groceries to elders that have severe mobility and transportation barriers. Very important, and as well as that still enjoy cooking for themselves. There are a couple of exceptions where people just can't stand that for that long, and we're adapting where we're providing kind of meals that are easier to prepare, just add water sort of thing. But Meals on Wheels is also another option. And we work with Meals on Wheels and existing infrastructure to be able to deliver those items directly to clients. We work with KidVantage as well, with Kids at Harvest as well. They are a gleaning organization as well as provide last mile distribution to low or affordable housing complexes. And then we have emergency bags. We haven't been giving them out as often because we just got a little food pantry. I don't know if you happen to follow social media. On 4th of July, someone blew it up with a firework. And we posted about it, and the community came through. I mean, for every negative thing, there's so much love and beauty. And a contractor rebuilt it and delivered it with a whole kind of motorcycle group, the Kids at Rough Riders, and they filled the pantry full of food. It was really beautiful. So anyway, those are our programs. So the case management offerings, we work with all of these partners. I highly recommend learning if you don't know about Olympic Connect. It's an incredible resource. So Olympic Community of Health is out of Jefferson County, but they work They represent Clallam, Jefferson, and Kitsap County, and access local organizations and employ these people as navigators to provide a little hand-holding for clients. So I, as a referral partner, can enter a client directly into their system, and then they're able to get connected to someone who can just help them go all the way. We've had so many beautiful success stories. And so anyway, do a little research about Olympic Connect. They also have a pretty robust resource page that you can access as well. So I just wanted to share this. This blows my mind. So yeah, last month, 10,442 people were fed through our programs. Yeah. So as I shared, we remodeled the store in 2024. Obviously, I mean, nothing really impacted me. We increased our open hours. I mean, the numbers were steadily going up. But now, after the government, I should say, when the government shutdown occurred, we were only open 10:30 to 1, Monday through Thursday. When the government shut down, we decided we are in a Navy town. We need to see what we can do for the community. So we pivoted. And on Wednesday nights, we were open from 4 to 6. We saw as many clients in that 2-hour window as we did on our busiest day during our regular hours. It was very apparent that we needed to expand. And so now we're open Sunday through Wednesday, 11 to 6. And as you can see, the numbers have just grown exponentially. And I mean, it's crazy to me. Just the other day, I can't tell you how many military families I signed up. And we're busiest at the end of the month. And I was trying to figure out what that trend was. Because when you apply for EDT, you receive that money depending upon the day of the month that you applied. Being busy at the end of the month is indicative of working families that are just trying to stretch their dollar, right? So we have a pretty substantial problem on our hands. So we are doing our best to meet this need. We only have a staff of 7. And just to share kind of what we did last year, we moved 2.5 million pounds of food. And I mean, we are so dependent upon volunteers. So the fact that you are willing to share a day with us, it means everything. I know it might seem insignificant in comparison to what we're seeing in a month, but it helps. It helps tremendously. So our active volunteers, it's also been increasing, but of course, with the summer, it kind of fluctuates as well. I've had to do some pretty serious marketing pushes to get some more folks through the door. And then you'll also notice that with increased hours, there might be a group that comes in. So we welcome kind of corporate groups, and the library has brought over a bunch of folks as well. And it's wonderful when organizations can actually pay their employees to offer those services. And this I just thought was a funny thing to just the ratio of our clients to volunteers. So anyway, that's Bremerton Foodline. Does anyone have any questions?
Like what criteria did people have to meet here with food?
That's a great question. There's so much stigma to walking into a food bank. If you've crossed that threshold, you are qualified. Mm-hmm. We do not look at your bank statements. We don't look, even if you don't have an ID, we will welcome you. It's helpful to have an ID so that we can ensure that our volunteers or anyone else is spelling the name correctly. But yeah, if you have need, is all that's required. So yeah.
How are you guys funding?
So we are really pretty savvy in the way we know we have to diversify where money is coming from because of the instability of what's going on federally. So we have as of 2023, we brought in an executive director who's quite the event planner. We will be celebrating our 3rd annual turkey trot in Thanksgiving. If anyone wants to participate, it's adorable. Last year, I'm going to try and share the story without breaking down, but last year, a little girl and her family participated. She had participated the year prior and then found out that she had a pretty rare form of cancer and had to spend a lot of time at Seattle Children's. And she qualified for Make-A-Wish. Her Make-A-Wish was to participate in our turkey trot. And it, like, of all the things, Disneyland, Disney World, like anything, she chose that to be with her family, and watching her cross the line with, and then the next day she had to go back to the hospital, and I'm really curious how she's doing. But it was really impactful to realize that creating those family traditions is so important. I mean, obviously it benefits us the more people participate, but just realizing that this community needs traditions. They need things like that to bring people together. So, and then we have a breakfast that we do. It's so popular that it's become a breakfast and a lunch. And I think we brought in about, oh gosh, I don't want to miscount how much money we brought in. But it was around $170,000. So yeah, you don't have to get people intoxicated, by the way, to give money. Yeah, so between that and anytime there's something in the news where people are just kind of struck, we're really fortunate to receive those donations. We have a program called the Food Project, where we access connectors in the community and turn them into neighborhood captains, and they pass out these very specific green bags along with lists of needs for each month. We actually do this every other month, and they'll be the ones to go around and pick up the bags and deliver them between 10 and 11:30 on a Saturday. The next one is August 8th, if that's the Saturday. And it's just been a really beautiful way to bring in about 4,000 pounds of food every 2 months. So that's been really helpful. But yeah, we're always looking for more creative ways, and then obviously tons of grants through the state, through this amazing organization, actually, big funder of our groceries on the go, the mobile delivery to our elders, and as well as additional funds for our formula for the Blossom Project. So very grateful to this partnership. But
yeah, when we volunteer, are you guys okay noticing about weekends if we bring our kids along?
yeah, it's funny. My nephew is in the back here. He's 13, and it is all. I mean, if they're with you, that's right.
Okay.
And we can always find a project that is appropriate for that age.
Okay.
We've been really fortunate. I met this gal who worked for Amazon corporate, and she just happened to have the credit card that determines all these kind of like fun group projects for the Amazon employees, and one of them is building hygiene packs for Ballard Food Bank. And I was like, hey, look at us, And what's amazing, so they supplied. Last year, we were able to do really fun projects for young people and kind of pack all those bags. And we've been able to share them with all of the library branches who see a lot of our unhoused neighbors, as well as other partners that are working with like Prayer Walk and other kind of direct services to folks that need those hygiene items. So we just like to get creative. Yeah. So yeah, bring the kids in, and on those rare Saturdays, obviously August 8th, again, please check to make sure that is officially the Saturday. Or it is Sundays when we have clients. And then if you feel a little protective of the kids, we can do projects in the back. So yeah. We work with introverts and extroverts, and we work with all different personalities and make sure everyone feels comfortable in the work that they do. So yeah. Are there any other questions or thoughts, or is it any of this a surprise to you?
As far as resources are, It's quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, you realize there are certain resources within the community that haven't been as successful, and so it pushed us to want to be able to find something that is actually effective. And we have a program where not only do we register all of our clients, but we can keep notes on them. So when we refer a client for, say, Olympic Connect, I will receive an email. But I love warm handoffs. I will receive an email that person is in their care. I will make a note of the organization and the person that is taking care of that person, so that the next time that client comes in, you can say, hey, how's it going? Did they reach out to you? If there was any communication barrier, we can make sure that the phone number is updated, because a lot of phone numbers change all the time. Or we can find the best way to make sure that they're connected, as well as just let that client know, like, we haven't forgotten about you. We're here to genuinely see this through. So, that is so much in and of itself. So we're doing everything that we can to just help people know that they're not alone in this world.
Logistically, when somebody comes into your food bank, how do you get them connected to like the broader net of resources? Like, do they have to specifically come to you and be seeking things out, or do you kind of just distribute that information?
That's a great question. We have welcome ambassadors,
Okay.
which I consider the client intake team, and I train them on not only the programs that we offer, but additional resources that we have available, as well as teach them how to connect them to Olympic Connect as well. If there's something that's beyond their knowledge, I happen to be the person that I will sit down with a client and I will find out whatever it is. I will research. And we're actually applying for a grant to bring in someone in addition, so that I don't have to be there were a lot of hats, and so it'd be really nice to bring in someone who can be kind of a resource navigator for the community. But yeah, we will try our darndest to get them connected. But I'm constantly another way we do that, we have a nourishing network that we do every Tuesday, second Tuesday of the month from 3 to 4:30. We'll meet at Life Point Church. I think there were 35 organizations represented last month or this month, where we sit at the table, we share who we are, what our organization is and does, as well as what resources we have in abundance and what our needs are, with the hopes that someone across the table will have a need for that resource or be able to meet that need. And so many incredible connections and so much knowledge and resource sharing has occurred in that space. So that is a huge resource. It's really just people connection, Yeah. So, thank you so much for having me and welcoming me to share all this information. I know it's a lot. So, anyway, but if you have any questions, you have the link here, and Sherelle has my contact information. So.